you're a woman over 40 or 50 and really struggling to get rid of your cellulite, to help with any skin laxity, to help firm up your skin, or need some tips in your weight loss struggle, then this video is for you. I've owned a med spa now for over 20 years, and I'm also a personal trainer and nutritionist. So I kind of know the things to do, and I know the tips and tricks for things to do on the body to help with the skin. And as you are aging and losing weight and trying to recomp your bodies, the skin doesn't respond in the same way. And I know a lot of women are struggling, and I have done a lot of treatments that have been really successful over the years here in my med spa. But I have a lot of machines that I can utilize. I don't utilize them because, again, it's a whole other story. I don't take the time for myself. But I wanted to find ways of things that I could do at home that were fast, that could also give me results, and also I could recommend to my clients. So sometimes when they're coming in, they can't stick to their series of cellulite treatments because they're traveling or just life comes up. And also, you're going to get better results if you can find things to be more consistent and do at home in addition to stronger treatments. These are things that definitely you can do at home, and I'm going to go over them with you. And I'm actually going to go over things that I recently discovered in being able to explain why these things work, so that you know what I'm giving you is going to work for you if you stick with it. In this video, I'm going to cover things I changed in my diet, things I changed in my workouts, and also what I'm doing for my skin and my cellulite with treatments at home. So if you need help with any of these things, then please continue to watch and like and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. Please comment below on anything that you are struggling with, so I can also make more videos for you, for women over 40 or 50 that are struggling with these things. I actually was nervous to weigh myself because I could tell if you're a woman and you're really in touch with your body and you just know that you're gaining weight, you can tell. And I hate weighing myself. I've always hate weighing myself, but I recently had gotten this Hume body pod scale and really like it, but I still was nervous to step on the scale because I could tell there was body things going on, right? And when I did step on the scale, I gained 2 pounds. But in addition, when I looked at the data on this body pod scale that I got, it was really good because I actually gained bone, I gained muscle, and I lost body fat. So that's exactly what you would want. And this is why having these newer type of scales are really helpful, because if you just had stepped on a scale and had a regular scale and saw you gained weight, it can be really disheartening when you're on this journey to improve your body composition. I am happy that I have this data because I can now really track. Also, my water retention in my body was higher. I tend to retain a lot of water, but also when you have more muscle on your body, you're going to usually have more intracellular water within the cells because muscle holds onto water. So my water weight was up as well. The other thing that I changed is I started taking Oestra, which is like a hormone replacement therapy, but it's a vaginal insert. So it's not a pill or a patch or anything like that. So this, from what I've researched, is a little bit safer. It's not systemically absorbed. It kind of stays in the area, but I have noticed a huge difference in my mood and some other things as well. So I don't know if that has helped me in my ability to gain muscle. I don't know, because most of my clients that take the patch or the pills don't have any body composition changes, but I am really enjoying it. I'm about 6 weeks into that journey, and I'll put information down below if you want to read about it. I also changed my diet, and I went in a little bit of a calorie surplus, because when you are trying to recomp your body, I do tend to cycle my calories and my carbs. I've talked about in other videos that I do carb cycle around my workouts, but I wanted to go in a slight calorie surplus, so 200 to 300 more calories per day, to try and recomp my body. So it is easier to build muscle if you are in a little bit of a calorie surplus as opposed to a calorie deficit. It's just harder, especially if you're an advanced workout person, because it's harder to make changes. If you haven't really worked out for a long time and you're a new person at working out, it's a lot easier to recomp and change your body if you are in a calorie deficit or in a maintenance calorie. But for me, someone that has worked out on and off for years, it's really getting harder to change my body. So I wanted to increase my calories. I eat more healthy calories. I'm not just eating crap, in order to be able to change my body composition. And even in this calorie surplus, I was able to lose body fat. I think that has really helped me. Now, I have 2 guides that I created for you to follow along in this journey. If you want more details on what I'm eating and my specific workouts, I'm documenting them and I will email them out. I'm a little bit behind, but sign up below. There's a free guide of following the journey so you can get more details of to exactly what I'm doing and eating and what workouts I'm doing. I will list everything in the guide in emails every week and send it out to you. And there's another guide specifically on what to do for cellulite, because I'll go over it here, but the guide to have is easier to look at and like follow along at home. So just look down below. I'll put it in the comments if you want just like these free guides to get more information more in depth than I'm going to go here in the video. Now, let's talk about cellulite. Again, I have a lot of experience dealing with cellulite treatments from working here in my med spa for so many years. Different tips and things that I do here that I know work. So I wanted to find things that people could do at home. In my original journey, I was using a ceramic gua sha, something that looked like this, when it was able to really help with my legs. But I wanted to, when I started working on my arms, because I was getting cellulite here, I wanted something that could be more similar to the things that I do here at work, which involves using deeper tools. So I started using this comb like this that has these ridges that can get deeper into the cellulite. As I was really trying to figure it out, I came up and found the science behind why this works specifically. And if you had got my guide that I did on cellulite, you will see there's 3 main things that I do, and there's 5 altogether, but 3 things that you specifically need to help with cellulite. And if you do not do these things, it's going to be harder to get results. But basically what the science says is cellulite is a problem with your fascia. Okay, the fascia is like what's under your skin. It's like really everything. For years, people thought the fascia was just like nothing. It didn't do anything in the body. People would just throw it away. You know, cadaver labs open up the body, throw the fascia away. It doesn't do anything. And what they're finding is really the fascia is super important. It has a lot of nerve endings. It's a sensory organ. It really helps everything communicate together, and it plays a pivotal role in our health. When the fascia is compressed, and if you know me, I have bad posture. I'm always bending over, looking at my phone, working on clients. So your whole body tends to just fall forward. So we want to open that back up. And when I do facials, I work on opening everything up, elongating the neck, and releasing fascia in the face. I'll talk about that in another video of how you can really get really good lifting results. And also, if you have a lot of tools and devices at home and they're not working, I will talk about ways that can help you get better results if you start to release the fascia and any adhesions within your face prior to using your tools. I will do that in another video. So if you release these fascia adhesions, so basically your cellulite is like this lumpy skin that you have, and basically the fascia is pulling down and you have these like adhesions, like knots, kind of pulling your skin and causing that dimpling. So as you are able to release the fascia and hydrate the skin from inside, it will soften up and look a lot smoother and tighter. So this is how you do it. I'm going to give you a few different ways. So first, you for sure need these 2 things to stimulate fibroblasts. Fibroblasts stimulate collagen. New collagen is going to make your skin firmer and tighter. In order to stimulate fibroblasts, you need pressure and pull. Okay, so within my last protocol, if you see the guide below, pressure as far as you need pressure on your cellulite, okay? And then you need some kind of pull. So in my Circulift, so I do strumming, you're strumming along your skin, and then pressure as far as the Circulift. So you are doing circles and lifting, circles and lifting. So that is creating a pull within your skin. Then you need something, so that stimulates fibroblasts. And then in order to stimulate hyaluron, they found in 2018 in your fascia, they found a new cell called the fasciacyte. The fasciacyte cell is known to stimulate hyaluron within your body if it is activated. In order to activate the hyaluron within your body, you have to have something called shearing. Shearing would basically be my zigzag and drag. So mentally you can think you need to strum, you need to circulift, and you need to zigzag and drag. Basically approaching your cellulite from all different angles and doing this kind of dragging technique, and that will stimulate the hyaluron. When you're stimulating the hyaluron in your body, which is basically hyaluronic acid inside, right? You're stimulating it from inside your body. You're lubricating your body from the inside. And as menopausal women, pre and postmenopausal women, everything dries out. And the collagen that we produce also can be a drier collagen, and we have stickier collagen. The fascia is stickier. So you'll see the older people, right? They have that curvature in their back from just years of their fascia gets stuck in that position. And if you do not release it, you will be stuck in those positions, which is why it's so important to release the fascia everywhere within your body and open everything up. When you start to open up blood flow and circulation, we're going to talk about that in a minute, the fascia is going to start to release and smooth out. You can be skinny and have cellulite, but it is because you have these fascia adhesions, these things pulling down on the skin that need to be released. You have blockages. You need to do pressure, pull, and some type of shearing. If you can incorporate hot and cold. I talked about this in another video. Temperature is really good to increase blood flow and circulation. I have a yin and yang stones that I love to use that you can use hot or cold. And you can do that at home by keeping them in the freezer, putting them in hot water, cold water. And I like to do a dragging technique even with these, even on the face, hold and drag to create that shearing effect on the body and the face. Okay. Cold is really good for tightening and the hot for just increasing circulation, blood flow. Also, the blood flow is important. I always talk about blood flow and circulation with my clients. As we get older, your blood flow, your circulation, it slows down. So I got a really cheap vibration plate and I keep it in my bathroom. After laying down all night, I just stand on it, brush my teeth, do my hair, whatever. And then I stand on it again at night when I'm cleaning my face, getting ready for bed, just to help increase circulation and blood flow. What I did for my workouts, and I noticed huge, faster results if you do this. After you do your weight training, you would then do band work by body part. Okay, so if I was doing my shoulder routine, shoulder press, side lateral raises, upright rows, then I grab my band, beyond firming band. I will then repeat the same movements that I just did with my weights, but with the band to increase the tension on the muscle, to increase the blood flow and circulation. And therefore, it's really flushing out the toxins and creating an opening, right? Creating blood flow so that you don't have the sticky fascia, so that you don't have the adhesions. So this takes time, obviously, especially if we've had this bad posture for a long time and we've had the cellulite for a long time, then we need to really work on this daily to get the good blood flow and circulation, start to release those adhesions. So that's why having a tool like this, I keep it by my bed and I just do like a few minutes, literally a few minutes of the technique at night. This will definitely help if you are consistent with it in getting you results. Now, I will link these tools below. These are the ones that I use. Obviously, I know they work because I've been working with these now for a while. The technique is important. How you do it is important. If you buy any of my tools, you will get specific instructions. I have videos coming out on how to utilize this on the scalp because I've definitely noticed hair growth improvement on the scalp. I have videos for the face. I have videos for the belly, the arms, and the legs when you purchase my comb. Now, going into workouts more, when I want to change a specific body part, I will work out that body part more frequently. I will do the body part that I really want to focus on 3 times a week. So I've been doing my legs and my glutes 3 times a week, and then I'll do my shoulders, my arms twice a week, and then I do sprint interval training, so short amounts of high intensity work, 30 to 60 seconds on, rest for a minute so my heart rate goes down. If you didn't see my video on heart rate training, you should definitely watch that because that has been a game changer for so many women in my Firm Over 40 program that don't utilize their Apple Watches to really monitor their heart rate when they're working out, so you can really make the most of your workout. I don't do long classes anymore. I don't do long amounts of cardio, but I do get a lot of steps in. I would love to get 15,000 steps in a day. It's not always possible. I noticed that when I get 15,000 steps in, my body is less inflamed. It looks a lot better. I feel a lot better. It's a lot tighter, but obviously that's not always easy for me. If you're really struggling to get results, hopefully some of these things helped you. Maybe you need to go in a little calorie surplus, need to alter your macros a little bit in order to take a step back, to take a step forward. Don't freak out about the number on the scale. But if you have this cellulite and skin laxity issue, get the tools, try the techniques, and comment down below how you're doing. If you're struggling with any of it, definitely incorporate more band work to increase your blood flow and circulation after you do your weight training. You don't have to do heavy weight training, but after you do your weight training, use the bands to increase that blood flow and circulation to help oxygenate that area to get the smoother, tighter skin. If you need more help, I do one-on-one coaching. I have limited spots available. There is information down below. Feel free to click the link and set up a call with me. And remember, if what you're doing is not working, do not keep doing the same thing. You need to mix it up and try different things. Be sure to get the guides down below. I will continue to update you on my cellulite journey. And if you need my specific workouts and my specific things that I'm eating, then definitely get the guide below and I will email you all that information every week so that you can see what I'm doing. I will see you in the next one.